Well, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is our favorite night of the week. It's Wednesday night.
No,
Um, it is the family reunion, pretty much is what we call it because y'all know we like to come on in the house and fellowship with you guys
come
on
on.
Wednesday nights. So we have some great topics that we're going to jump into. But if this is your first time rocking with us, we definitely want to go ahead and formally introduce who we are. I go by the name of Kesha Kesh.
And it's your boy, Dr. Real, Mr. Motivational. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. What you're going to find from us, though, for the next couple of weeks, myself and Dr. Real, we're going to be diving into what we call a series, if you will,
Yes.
a series.
Mhm.
And it's going to be like a dating series. I think it's very popular. It's what's going on. It's what's happening. I think that you guys will engage with us because you could agree or not agree. Remember, this is the no judgment zone. But I definitely think that this is a way for everyone to connect and we can share insights just from different perspectives. But we're going to get
Mhm.
into that next. First off, we want to talk about the people that went missing, looking forward to take a tour to see the wrecked Titanic. Is that what am I saying it right, Dr. Real? Make sure you guide
Right.
me through
The
this because
Titanic. You got it.
because I'm
You got it.
confused as hell. Okay, but just to make sure I'm picturing this, five people. They went to go on a tour to see the crashed Titanic. They have not located the people last I checked, and these people have less than maybe 10 hours or so of oxygen left to survive. Now, these were my
Mhm.
cousins. These weren't my brothers and sisters. I saw some of the photos. Okay. I saw some of the photos and I'm still trying to figure out. Sometimes we got to just stay the hell out of places. Now, they did
Mhm.
say, did these people pay 200,000 or were they paid 200,000 to go and see this tour? Make sure I get these words right because I thought I first read they were paid 200,000 a piece. Now, if that's the case, I say, yeah, this real suspect because you know you paid these
Um,
people 200,000 a piece because of what? You thought they would not make it back, or you wanted to see would they make it back? Was it a dare? I'm confused on that part.
if 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 I'm correct, I think they paid to go on this trip because they went to go see the ruins of the Titanic.
Okay,
I
so
haven't
they
followed
paid.
this story up briefly because when I heard about it, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna make light of these people's death because Facebook, TikTok, and Facebook been killing them all. Instagram all day long. Everybody got jokes about the Super Nintendo controller,
I
the
saw
remote,
it.
the
I
remote, the
saw
car
it. I saw
remote
it.
control. They've been in. They been getting going in on entire time. I'm not gonna make light
Right.
of what is happening, but here's like Kesha just said, we gotta stop.
You gotta
We
stop.
we we. How bored can y'all be, man? Like just how bored can y'all be? Who sat up in their house and said, you know what? There ought to be some rocking good damn time. Let's get on the yellow submarine and go down and see the Titanic on
Right.
something that the man that made it has no he didn't no regards for safety. He didn't give two damns about safety.
None.
You don't know this man. You don't know his background. You don't know his character, and he got y'all on this rinky-dink ass submarine. I only think it was operated to go down as far as the Titanic is at. I only think it was designed to go that far down first and foremost. So now you
See,
got all you know what I'm saying. It's like you got to stop. Like wasn't bungee jumping enough? Like what how swim with the sharks inside the cage and going to swim with the stingrays and going to pet the lions. Like The hell is y'all doing? God will be looking at y'all like, man, come on, man. Come on.
All I could think about was, that scene on What's Love Got to Do with It? And Ike looked at Tina. If I was the wife, because these I think were all male guys that's on this actual tour. So they got wives or girlfriends at home waiting for them to return. But I put myself in a situation and said, if it was my husband, I'm assuming we would have had the conversation up front, unless you lied and said, hey, I'm going to the store, I'm gonna be right back. Because those words could not have come out of your mouth to me. Right. Because I was gonna turn straight up, you know what? Just like Ike told Tina, if you die, I'm gonna kill you. Because this is the stupidest thought process in the damn world that you could have. Sir, where the hell are you going? You just gonna straight up tell me you about to go jump underwater and look at the Titanic? Watch the damn movie. What are we looking for? Like, what adventure are we trying to find? I'm so confused.
This is where the world. That's why people have too much.
It had to be an adrenaline rush that these people wanted.
Like, come on, man. Again, I'm not making light nobody's passing. I feel for their families.
I
do. We gotta make better decisions, though. We gotta make better decisions. We do. We just gotta make.
The crazy thing is, somebody else is gonna go and do this. Even after seeing how this played out, somebody else is going to go and do this. Hey, sis,
it's not worth it, folks.
We're talking about the people that went to go and see the Titanic. Like myself and Dr. Real were saying, we're not applauding death anyone. My heart completely go out to the family. But what I am being honest about and saying, if it was my husband, because it's all men on there, so they got wives. I'm trying to figure out how did they let them get in there, because it's too much. It's too much. And me and my husband would have been having a whole different conversation. He would have just called fellas up and said, y'all, you know what? I can't go. I can't go. Because that's it just wasn't smart. I'm sorry.
I mean, I didn't want to get insurance money like this, but then you pretty much handed me a check. That's what you did.
A check. Right. You just handed me a check.
A check.
Jesus.
Okay.
Y'all know how we go.
Hope they get saved. You got United States and Canada working to find it. So hopefully it turns out to be a positive outcome versus the negative one.
I hope so. I hope so. And I hope so. And I hope that the family is at ease, because I can only imagine how they're feeling right now, watching all the news channels, hoping, praying, waiting on phones to ring. You put people in a bad situation, this kind of stuff. This is just not one of the things that I've never even heard of this before. I'm still confused. So prayers for the family. I hope that everyone still make it safe. They still have a chance. They still have some time. So hopefully everyone makes it safe.
Yeah, please. God bless.
Moving on. We're going to go ahead and get into our series, because we're going to be coming back week after week. Talking about this, because I know it can go a long ways, and we hope that you all chime in. Even if you're watching the replay, please chime in, give your feedback. Let's talk about it. We're going to start off today talking about the connection or the protocol. Is that our first approach?
Yeah, that's it. We're going to do the first meeting.
Protocol.
That's the first
Listen
connect.
up, y'all. Listen
the first
up.
Connect. The first connect is just like you going on a job interview. I'm just going to keep it real with you. It's just like going to a job interview, except for this is something in your personal life. It's the same kind of effect. Fellas, I'm this is ladies and gentlemen, this advice is across the board. Keep it simple. Rule number one. You see, I didn't say stupid. I'm gonna say keep it simply smooth. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Keep it simply smooth. Find out if the person is a texter or a phone person. That's what you need to know quickly. Because if you get with a woman who like to talk and you like to text, and that's all you're doing, she gonna be Casper real quick, because that's not her style of conversation. So you might want to find that out. I go by what's called real ass questions. That's what I do.
Say it again, Dr. Real. Wait a minute.
Real ass questions. I call it RAC. Real ass questions.
Real ass questions.
Ask the
I
things
love
you
it.
want to know, but make sure there's some. For some people, I've been told I'm aggressive with it because I want to know. My whole thing right now, folks. When I say keep it simple smooth. Time is life's currency. You need to remember that. If you don't remember nothing else I tell you the whole time, remember that. Every day you spending coins every day. Make sure what you invested in matters. And that goes into this dating stuff. How many dinners you have to put out there? Like how many you gonna go on? Like that becomes part of your budget now. You got a dating budget now. Entertainment budget going crazy because you're taking out dates every week because you're on 5 different apps. Slow down and keep it simple. It ain't always gotta be dinner. Y'all can be in the park, you can find whatever. There you go, Robin said the best. The older you get, the less you want your time wasted. Hello. Because you know you're on the other side of that damn bridge. Just keep it 100. You had to pimp at 50, brother. You don't know if you got 15 years, 10 years, 12 years, or 30. But you on the other side of that bridge, though. Secondly, have your confidence on 10. Women do not like seeing a man with his shoulders slouched over coming up. They don't like that. They like posture. They like their shoulders back, looking chest broad, looking like you walk in a room, you immediately take command of it kind of walk. You then in borderline arrogant, but not arrogant. There's a thin line between confidence and arrogant. Very thin line. But keep your confidence on 10. You know what I'm saying? Walk in that room. You first lay eyes on that person and walk in that room and make them engage you. Say like, you will see it in the body language. First lesson, make an exceptional first impression. First impression. Again, this is like a job interview. If they have candidates, you want to be the one that they call back for a second interview. Hello. Because everybody you date, and trust me, you may not be the only person they going on dates with. They may have not shared that with you, and they should, but they don't. You gotta maybe just have it in your head. It might be happening. So we all know the world's competition. We know that. This ain't nothing but a jungle where we humans in it, but it's everything's competition.
So they need to understand they may not be the only candidate, right?
Yeah, understand that. Listening game. The life of me, you listen. Learn to listen. Stop talking so much in the first interview. The conversation should flow like airflow. It should go back and forth, a smooth transaction, not a whole bunch of awkward pauses or you pulling shit out your ass to say to get the conversation going. That's bad. That's bad chemistry already. You want the conversation to flow. You ask questions, I ask questions. It bounces back and it's smooth. It's not, oh shit, I already asked something wrong and it's only been a minute, 2 days, 2 minutes. Don't go jumping in with the real ass question from the first question. You gotta work like an interview. They don't throw the hardball questions first. You get the softball question. Tell them about yourself. Stuff like that. You get the small bullshit. And then when you start getting to the deep part of the conversation, it gets deeper. And lastly, people, for the love of God, be true to yourself. If you know your budget is not Ruth's Chris, don't start out with Ruth's Chris. Because see, here's the thing you gotta understand. This old pimp dude told me this a long time ago. You finish how you start. So if you start, that's the presidents you set, he gonna expect that going forward, because that's how you presented yourself. Present yourself by your budget. Don't be out there trying to do more than you can do. Again, you setting up false impressions, false realities. Don't do that. So the first impression, again, is the most important. Have that confidence. You got to make sure you have great conversation. I mean, I know this stuff sounds like, this is just checking the box, but it's more to it than just checking the box.
Yeah.
It's more to it than check. Yeah. You know, of course you're going to want to realize conversation, but you got to make sure what you're having. You don't want to go on the 5th date and find out this is whack. You don't want to do that. So that first date sets the stage for everything else. Think about it. If you think about the best first dates you've been on, what happened after that? For the most part, everything probably was love, right? You had that great first date. Oh man, everything's great and lovely. And then you remember those terrible ass first dates. I've had a couple of them. And that's something I probably will share later on in this series. But it's yeah, exactly. You got to ask folks here. Exactly. You be on the black app in the chat room forever. This ain't 1995, 6, 7. You got to get a chat room, sis. We got to. It is 2023. No. We're not about to sit here and chat for 2 weeks. No. Yeah. What you got to say, Kesh?
You know what? I'm glad we're walking through the steps of it because I do think it's very, very important. And I love the way I'm hearing some of the expressions of, let's get to the point, real ass questions. We got to figure out we're going to be just phone pals or what? Because those are the signs of people that are knowing what the hell that they want. So it's just like driving in a fast lane and a slow lane. Either get your ass out the way or jump on over here with us and let's roll.
Let's go.
So the difference is that's why women, this is what you'll find with women. Women that are not chasers, because you got some women that's going to chase too. Women that are not chasers, they'll sometimes put themselves in a position to be chased. Like, I know the room that I need to be in, but I don't really know what I want to do. That's setting myself up to be in position, but I don't know what I want to do. That could be confusing for the person that know what they want to do. So I say this about the lanes as well, because we have to really understand what a person is here for. So on the flip side, fellas, you can't get upset with a woman. And ladies, this goes both ways. You can't get upset with a fella. If you all in his DM, or, she's all in your DM, but you just on here to work a business or do something. So, your response may come off as like, what do you want? And that person is serious. They really don't know what you want because they're not here for what you are on here for. Right. But that's why they have sites. They got dating sites on Facebook and you sign up for that. Mm-hmm. So you got to still understand and respect the fact if a person is shocked because you're in their DM and they didn't ask for it, they're not putting themselves in a situation for you to chase.
Right.
That's one thing. So everything else I love because you do have to know those kind of people. You got to know if a person is a texter. You got to know if a person is a phone person because exactly how Dr. Real said, somebody going to get ghosts because we all live different lifestyles. And it does not mean a person isn't interested. It means that my mindset is going to be, you're going to respect the fact possibly that knowing that I don't know her yet, or I don't know him yet, but I got to respect the fact of what they may do that does not allow them to either talk on the phone all day or that does not allow them to text on the phone all day, vice versa. We got to get to that point. That's why it's protocols. Just like Dr. Real said, it's steps, it's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't take it personal until you get there. But don't be so aggressive that you make your own self mad assuming and you don't know the facts. Mm-hmm. You don't know the facts. They cuss me out when I ask what did they want. And I get it. I get exactly where I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Listen. I'm confused as hell if somebody is in my DM on Facebook and I'm not trying to be funny. And y'all know my facial expressions is crazy as hell anyway. That's just, I'm animated. But I'm confused because the reason being, myself and Dr. Real, we get messages from people all the time. So when you're asking us certain things, and then you get a person that's not asking you something on that level, you can't differentiate. Like people literally hit us up and ask us about dating or about, our advice on stuff. So when another person is not asking of that, it kind of raised the brow a little bit like, well, what the hell what you want? I got to figure out what you want because I don't know, and those things, they're very, very important. Robin said, these apps are straight trash. Now that's where I draw the line because that's the disappointment. Because it could be, she needs to elaborate a little bit for me because the apps, at least it separates the confusion from the not confusion because ain't no way in hell that you over here on this app and you can look me in my face and say, you just over, what the hell you over here for, a job interview? What you over here for?
But in real talk, Kesh, people do be on there playing though. There's a lot of people on there really playing. They're playing. They're playing around. Yeah, they're not really on there to really date nobody. They're on there playing. Like they don't have no, you know what I'm saying? You 40, you 49 and you dating with no intention. Like you what?
Give
Like
me an example. When you say plan,
they on there like they're really not trying to make a real connection with anybody.
they're just on there to see what they
They,
can do.
they on there really like, well, you gonna take me out to eat? Or they on there, some people there's scammers everywhere. So everybody on there ain't what they talking about. They're not presenting themselves real. How I don't know why you're trying to catfish in 2023 is come on, man. That's over with, fam. That's really over because there's no reason in the world you can't show me your face. No reason. There's no reason you can't show me where you are in this day and age. No way. If you can show me you in Rome and be really being Rome, I ain't talking no CGI. You really over there? You can show me you in your house taking off your eyelashes. I need to see that.
To Robin's point, I wanna elaborate on what Robin said too. She said some folks got whole wives saying they want a long-term relationship but want other things. Dudes pushing 50. Let me elaborate on that. See, the problem with that too is, Robin, the dude may be telling the truth. That means that, and this happens on these apps too. This happens. The wives are okay with the husband looking for somebody long-term for a relationship to be with. So you can't sometimes take that as if they're on there just to, maybe they haven't got to that part to tell you that yet. But honestly, they will. Like, it's no shame in their game. Like, I've talked to people where couples approach them saying, me and my wife, we looking for somebody. So, if y'all are just chatting and you're not talking and getting a clear understanding, then that might be what that situation may be. It's common now. It's very, very common. Jay said, where do I find the good single men at? The real men. Well, it depends on your definition of real, baby, because everybody ain't real. It's kind of hard to determine. Differentiate between the two. It's not like it used to be. I'll say that. But what I can say is it also depends on what type of men you're looking for. I kid you not, though. People always say this, and it's true. If you're looking for a man, you're looking for a man that got some actual, he got something to lose, possibly. He's a real worker, get his hands dirty and type things. You're going to find one of them in Home Depot. You scroll through there, it's going to be some men in there because they're picking up some stuff, some tools or something to fix on the house. They're a man. They fixing on some stuff, or the club I would not recommend. I mean, you don't know the realness of the man. If that's just something you want to jump out there and just have fun for one night, the club, yeah, that could be the thing because they look good. And then when the lights come on, that the drink is wearing off and you heard the words come out their mouth, it changes, so everything that looks sexy and then the disco ball lights was turning, it ain't sexy no more. So it just depends, it just really depends. She said, okay, well, let me go drop something on row 5. Hey, drop something on row 5. But back to the dating as well. And I'm going to jump into some more questions because, y'all, this is a series. We're going to be talking about this. I also want to say to the point of us saying the question that was in here of, are we pen pals, phone pals? What are we doing? We need to meet. I think that's very true. Some people could take it as aggressiveness. However, I don't take it as aggressiveness because to me, it depends on who you are. The visual is not the first thing for me. And now, again, and Dr. Real said this before, of course, we're not looking for the ugliest thing at the bottom of the sea. But what I am saying is you can't be a guy to think that you're so handsome and you want to just FaceTime all the time and you think that I'm getting the vibe. I'm not. Mm-hmm. Sorry. that ain't what it is because we're FaceTiming because I need to still feel your energy. Mm-hmm. And I can't feel it through the phone, no matter what you look like or think I can smell your cologne through the phone. I can't, it's more to it than that. So I'm not going to probably get that vibe until we actually meet in person. So, it's not about the women that's not wanting to FaceTime. A lot of guys get a little bit offended because they want to see you. We know men are visual. But at the same time, if you give a man too much of that, you probably won't ever see him because he's looking at you. And the flip side of it, I'm going to drop some nuggets.
Let's go.
You might be a really good person. You might be that dude. But now we done connected via FaceTime, looking at each other and something done threw off the vibe, something that you've done. And now I don't get a chance to give you the fair opportunity because now I don't really want to meet you in person because you FaceTimed and called me too much. And now it's not exciting. And something that you did, it then turned me off. Now you don't get a fair chance. And it could be anything, like us on this phone. And I'm like, this is not, just not too much FaceTime. And I know you want your visual as men, but sometimes that's not the way. Like somebody said in the chat, you might as well get to the point. Are we going to do this all day back and forth, all week back and forth, or are we going to go ahead and meet? Because I'm looking to meet somebody. Be honest. Be honest with your intentions. And if you hear that person say, well, no, I think it's pretty much we should wait 3 months before we meet. Then move the hell on. It ain't what you're trying to do. But at least have the conversation. Have that conversation.
90 days, you got to hire me. That's like a probation period. You got to hire me for 90 days. You can't just keep me out there 3 months. Oh, no.
Exactly. Because you never know what rules and things other people are going by or what they may have experienced through this whole dating thing. Because it's deep. It's deep when it comes to dating. Everybody looks at it totally differently. So you got to ask the question. You got to be grown and you got to have grown-up conversations.
Just like Robin said, nobody giving them about your damn favorite color. Nobody, I don't care about your birthday. I don't care about your favorite goddamn color. I don't care what your favorite food is. I don't care what that stuff will come later. I need to know why I want you to even stick around to learn that. If you feel me. Why should I stick around and even want to learn what makes you if I can't make sure I want to know that person? So let's get that out of the way. And it's like flipping the conversation. Like flipping, getting a heavy breakfast. It's like flipping the meals around. I want to get full real quick of this conversation, see what do we even need to go in this next step? That's why I say it's a job interview.
It's a job interview.
If you want the job, you're going to put your best foot forward. If you don't want the job, you're going to come in slacking.
It's right.
Period.
And I know, y'all, this went so fast. It's like we got 3 minutes, but 2 minutes. We got words of wisdom. But let me just say this, because I got to chime in here. Because this is doing you guys a disservice as well. We're all adults, and we need to have adult conversations, fellas. And I talked about this one day on a post. But fellas, stop jumping in these ladies' inbox saying you just want to be friends and you're looking for a friend. Now, if that is what you're wanting to do, you at least have to make sure you break down to that lady. What does friends do? And the only reason why I'm saying that is because friends, you don't really find friends at our age. We're grown. Friends are people you grow up with. Now, I'm not saying that you can't develop a friendship. You can. Mm-hmm. However, what I am saying is that, sir, if you want to be my friend, I'm still a woman at the end of the day. If I'm stranded on the side of the road, do I call you or do I call somebody else? If I need a little lunch money, friend, do I call you or do I call somebody else? If I need some work done around the house, friend, do I call you or do I call somebody else? Because the thing about it that put women at a disadvantage is that we can call you our friend all day, but the man that don't want to be our friend, he is not going to be okay with you sitting up in our house being our friend, pretending that if the opportunity presents itself, you ain't going to try to hit because you will, because we're friends, right? Mm-hmm. And this is what I tell everybody. And I hear everybody joke about it saying, stop calling him your friend and stop calling this. And you done screwed that brother or you screwed. It's different. When you hear a woman say, this person is my friend, that means that that's my friend. And possibly if something was to happen, I don't have any guidelines or rules or regulations. If it happens, it happened. But if a person refers to a person as their brother or their sister, that's meaning that they're not willing to cross those lines. But men, you're jumping up here saying you want to be friends. Us as women, we got to know what does friends do? What can I expect from you, friend? Because my friends, I already know what my other friends do. So you wanting to be my friend, I need to know what you're going to be doing as my friend. What do we do?
Yeah, make sure your intentions clear. Ain't no point trying to be slick with it.
Ain't no need of being slick with it. If you want some yum, say it. If she want to give it to you, she will. But if she don't, you can't be mad, friend.
You don't use that trying to hang around and be buddy till like you said, emergency glass break and she needs something and you right there. Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Exactly. Whew.
Be a friend.
This is gonna be a long couple of months. I can feel it right now because these topics they go on and on and on, and I think it's really good information. I know we got to get into these words of wisdom. So, Dr.
Yes.
Real, go ahead and let's jump into it.
Words of wisdom. So stop committing yourself to disappointment. If you have done everything except draw them a picture, start building your piece because there's nothing more that you can do.
Wow.
It is impossible to.
Yes.
Secondly, it is impossible to clean with a dirty rag. Stop trying to bleach your past. You may remove the stench, but the stain remains. And this is dedicated to those who try to wipe things clean, but still operate dirty. I see you. I see you. I see you. It's fake out. Let's know that I know that you know that I know. And we good.
Ooh, child.
Yeah.
If not dropping nuggets was a person, it would definitely be Dr. Real. Y'all know he gonna always bring the real and he gonna drop these nuggets.
Listen.
Ain't nothing you can do about it, but embrace it.
This is no play 23 summertime edition. No play.
Absolutely.
Without that motto, no play.
Absolutely. I want to just say we want to thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Make sure that you're watching all of our shows. We have some really, really, really good hosts on this platform. Again, we have a new show that started. Put it all on the table. Y'all check those girls out because those ladies are dropping gems. Even I think us as parents, we really need to pay attention to. There's a lot of great information out there. Unfortunately, growing up, we may not have been able to get it. So they are going to be putting it all on the table. You can find them every Monday night, from 8 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, we have The Cleaning Life with Kia. She's on every other Tuesday. Myself and Dr. Real, we're rocking with you every other Wednesday. We have Robin on Thursday. She's out here living her best life. She's probably in Brazil right now. I don't know, but I saw her chiming in. But she's the mompreneur. She spotlights all these wonderful people that's trying to get themselves out there, and she shines the light on them. We also have Steph, the educator. She's educating us about the things that's going on in the school districts that we really need to know about. And I think that, we have a very diverse group of people that's on this platform, and we're doing it all for you. We're doing it for you. So we want to make sure that we're bringing you really, really good information, having fun with it, making it a no judgment zone, but making sure that you guys are enjoying what you're listening to. So we appreciate it. As we always say, though, we ain't got to go home, but we definitely got to get the hell up out of here. This has been a really, really good show. And we'll see y'all next time. You have anything else to say, Dr. Real?
Peace, y'all, and happy Lady Juneteenth and happy Father's Day, even to the deadbeats, because you still brought them in this world.
Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Peace.